I saw that Nadeshot is going to want to move from, or not want to, he is moving from California to Texas. There's a little video about it, and I bet you it's going to have at least one of these three things in it. One, taxes, money, expensive for the dollar that you pay. It's just too expensive. Number two, homelessness, safety. You know, California has the most restrictive gun laws, but also the most crime. So I don't think, taking guns away is really going to make the area safer. And I think California is a prime example of that. And then lastly, his wife's family, because they're not in California, and Texas is going to be like the middle of everybody. Those are my thoughts. We'll see if I'm right or wrong.
California, man. I just want to get out of California, man. We've also had a little bit of trouble, like, at this house and just
What's up,
LA
Chris?
in general. You know, I hate having the conversation on stream because I'm not ignorant to the fact that
Happy
crime
birthday, bro.
can happen anywhere. It truly
Crime.
can happen anywhere. It's not just
Number one.
one city in the country and that's it. But, about a year ago around this time, somebody broke into my car when it was parked in my driveway. My garage door was broken right before we left for the trip. I wasn't able to get it open, so I just left my car in the driveway, and it was just the worst timing ever. I'm in like Miami on a boat in the middle of the ocean for a wedding, and the house sitter sent me a video. I woke up that morning to a text.
That is terrible.
And there was like a brick through my car window. They took everything out of there. And then I went back. We have cameras all over the property, and they tried to get into the house as well. So ever since then, this house and just like LA has been stained, and I haven't felt the same in this home since that happened.
That's
My
fair.
wife was like 6, 7, 8 months pregnant,
Oh,
driving
I would've gone
at
out.
like
I would've
7
moved.
o'clock in the morning to a doctor's appointment.
I would've done double
And
rent.
some
I would've
homeless
figured the
guy
fuck out.
at a stoplight was like smashing a shopping cart into the car, trying to get into the car, trying to get the handle open on the Tesla. It lays flush on the door panel and was just like spitting on the windshield, trying to get into the car.
That's terrifying.
There's just been a couple situations that have happened over the course of the last 2 years that now that I have a daughter and a family to protect, I just feel more comfortable not in LA anymore. I'm not saying that there's somewhere in California that we could have lived that would have been a little safer, but Texas just makes sense, man. Especially for, collaborating too. Like, I'm not a big creator that goes out and asks people to like make videos with me, and YouTube is certainly taking a backseat to all this streaming shit and 100 Thieves, obviously. But just having all the guys from Optic in Texas as well, like
Those are his
those
boys.
guys are like my day one friends and family, bro.
sure.
I don't even say friends, they're family.
Yeah.
And so with how much IRL streaming has become such a big part of Twitch and how popular it's become, there's just so many reasons. It's such a compelling opportunity to be living in Texas, not only personally, family oriented, but also professionally as well. So I kind of regret to this day leaving Chicago when I did, and leaving Optic in the manner and fashion that I did. I've talked about this in bits.
Before he goes on any further, I will say I understand the not feeling the same in a home after your car's been broken into. This happened to me twice. I've had two different instances where in Georgia I've had my vehicle broken into, and fortunately I never had a rock or anything through the windshield. They just figured out how to open up my trunk. It was an old truck that didn't have an alarm system. Oh, excuse me. And then I opened up my truck from sleeping, coming out, go to work, and my whole truck's just destroyed. I just ripped everything open looking for all the shit, and I never carry anything super valuable in the first place. So fortunately, whoever did it just wasted their time, but it made me feel super not safe.
And pieces I don't regret it entirely, though. I would do it again because if I didn't move to California, I would have never met my wife, and that's the God's honest truth. Like, it's it's no matter what, brother. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna get older, and I'm still pretty young, all things considered. So I'm not trying to sound like an old man that's lived through highs and lows. You know, if I was in like my 50s and 60s, like I'm not saying that I'm, war ready or been through it all. But what I have learned is that no matter what, you're going to have regrets in your life. But all you can do is try to make a better decision than you did the last time. I feel like I've closed the chapter on California in my own head. And I'm just excited to get my family out of California to Texas, and try to make up for some lost time with Hector, who I fucking love to death. He's like a brother to me. Scump the same way. Embo's. It's been cool hanging out with Zinni again too, and all those folks out there. So Texas.
I don't want to say we called it, but we pretty much called it.